Hello, and welcome to Katz Chats? What am I calling these things? I don't know, but here I am, and there's the game. I have to apologize. I'm a little out of sorts on account of I'm sick. You may be able to hear it in my voice and in how nasally I sound. Oh god, it's disgusting. And the astute among you will recall that, yes, I was sick like 3-4 weeks ago. Tea. And yeah, I got sick again. It's not fun. I don't like it. It grinds everything to a halt. But yeah, that's kind of why there's no video today or tomorrow or yesterday. I guess it depends on when you watch this. I also have to apologize for the footage that you're about to watch. I tried recording Enter the Gungeon, and I did really well. Like, dang, I got the furthest I've ever gotten was to Chamber 3, and I've also gotten around the secret chamber that you can get to from the first chamber. Let's say chamber one more time. But I haven't gotten any further. I'm not very good at this game. And then my OBS crashed, and I lost all the footage. And so I'm left with this really crappy footage that it looks fine, but it just really showcases how bad I am at this game. I'm dodge rolling into bullets. I'm not using my blanks. It's not a good time. But yeah, I have a little bit of story time, so children, gather around. Let's have Mama get a sip of her tea. It's a good spiked tea. So, I didn't just get sick. This was, I almost want to say inflicted on me. So, my partner and I were trying to get to sleep in our bed, and we hear our next door neighbor has a habit of not understanding how thin walls can just bleed sound, and he's also a snorer, and our bedrooms must be just saddled up right next to each other. And this has been a problem for a long time, so we're already more or less fed up with this guy. And he's not that great of a person. He's very just not very personable, kind of standoffish, whatever. And then 3-4 o'clock in the morning rolls around, and this sound from the other room, just like this cackling laughter of a lady, which surprises me, because he's not really the sort of person to be able to bring a lady home, shall we say. This is cackling laughter. My partner and I we're roused from our slumber. I don't even know that we had gotten to sleep, but we're just so fed up with him. And then, like, here now there's this lady who has no comprehension of how thin the walls are, and just funny jokes, and he's reciprocating just as loud. And this is a Saturday night, by the way. This is like party night, date night. You bring home a buddy, a friend, a compatriot, and he brought home two. It wasn't just one lady that we heard. There was another. And it's when I kind of put together that, you know, this sort of guy who can't bring home even one lady has probably paid professional help to come home with him. And yeah, my partner and I, she and I couldn't get a wink of sleep. And it didn't just end at funny jokes, aren't we having such a good time? It got to, you could hear their little party time they're having over there, their sexy moments. You could hear everything, and I remember dozing off at one point, and coming back to reality was just the sound of like thump, 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 thump. Surprisingly, they weren't moaners. No one was moaners. At some point in the evening, and I believe this was before the sexy time, my partner, she had enough. She got fed up, and she threw on her jacket, marched over there and banged on the door, and kindly, as much as she banged on the door, she kindly told him that being too loud, you can hear everything. Seriously, keep it down. Now, my partner is a bit of a germaphobe. If I were to scale her germophobia, she'd be like a 4 out of 10. Like, she's got it under control. When I first met her, she was like a 5 or a 6, and now she's down to like a 4. So she's made tremendous steps in like overcoming these irrational phobias. So she had already gone through her process of self-sterilization to get into bed, and then she just had enough, throws on a jacket, which is not a part of her routine, goes outside, which instantly contaminates her, and knocks on a stranger's door. So she was at the peak of fed up. And it wasn't enough. It through the night, thump, thump, thump. I wake up to the sound of thumping, and I'm a little disorientated. I leap out of bed. I'm peering out my window. It sounds like someone's scaling the fence, and I look outside. There's nothing, but no, it's just the next door neighbors having gratuitous three-way sex. Sans any more? I will give it to them. They were able to keep that much quiet, but not any of the thump, thump, thump parts. So she and I didn't sleep a wink that night, and essentially we are under the assumption that I had been successfully fighting this cold until that evening, where there was no opportunity to hit REM sleep, to rest and recover and gain that high ground against the cold, which just allowed it to germinate and spread, and it's disgusting. And for whatever reason, colds just floor me harder than ever. Like once it has me, it's got me for a good week. And there was this other girl at work too. It was like, stay away from me, I'm sick. And I'm like, okay, no problem. And then during our work meeting, she sits right next to me. And she's like, oh, I'm so sick. Thanks, lady. You did this to me. Anyway, I don't know why I said that was story time, but that's it. Next door neighbors. My partner and I have decided that should something similar happen the next time, that we're not even going to give an inch. We're just going to pick up the phone and call the cops. Like, I feel like it's a really dickish thing to do, is to escalate to the police, but we even told our building manager about this, and she's like, yeah, we've gotten multiple complaints on him. He's gotten written up many times. If you've ever violated your apartment, what is it called? agreement, I guess you could say. If you've ever violated your apartment agreement, that's grounds for eviction, or at least multiple instances of it are grounds for eviction. And it sounds like this guy is doing that, which I feel bad for him. Like, on the one hand, I don't want to get anyone evicted. That sucks. That sucks royally. On the other hand, I can't operate without sleep. I'm not as young as I used to be. Back in my teenage years, I might have been able to just muscle through having, like, no sleep and be able to go to a full 8-hour shift at out working with people and be able to get through it just fine with caffeine, but not anymore. Those of you who think that you can for a long time, it's not gonna last forever. Anyway, to get back to what I was saying, we've kind of decided that should it happen again, we're just gonna call the police, because as lame as it is, we need our sleep. Like, there are consequences for not considering the people around you, and it's gonna have to be his consequence should it happen again. Anyway, and enough of that. I'm sick, it sucks, I blame the next door neighbor and the co-worker. Each one alone, I wouldn't have gotten sick, but together they are Captain Anti-Planet. I don't know. A little bit of channel information. Obviously, this is going to delay further Rocket Birds. Stanley Parable, I think I'm going to call it done. I've gone through it a few times more. Haven't found any additional content to share. I looked online, like I broke down, and I was like, okay, what else can I show? What other interesting things? And there's like one or two things, but it's not like a full-blown ending, like defusing the bomb, or not defusing. Actually, no, not defusing the bomb, because you can't defuse the bomb. That was one thing I looked up. Like, you can't defuse the bomb. All the buttons do nothing. So Stanley Parable's probably done. Shadow Complex I will come back to, and there's a reason why I'm not playing Rocket Birds and Shadow Complex at the same time. Rocket Birds is brand new, and I want to play through that because it's a good time. Shadow Complex is not brand new. It can wait. It can wait, and the two gameplay, like, one Shadow Complex is Metroidvania, and Rocket Birds is like Prince of Persia with a hint of Metroidvania. The two gameplays are just similar enough that I don't want to run them in tandem with each other. So what was I saying? Gosh, my mind just drifted. Right, Shadow Complex. It'll be back after Rocket Birds 2. Basically, is what I'm getting at. I haven't decided on what else I'm going to showcase, but I picked up plenty of games recently, and yeah, I think that's the gist of it. Oh, Momodora. Momodora, I'm just going to keep that on Mondays. Something about the somewhat non-linear platformer retro style thing. I think I might try that for Mondays. Like, my stream style gameplay videos were not really that great. Like, I uploaded one or two, like three or four of them. They didn't really garner very much interest, and I can't blame anyone. I'm not sure I would have wanted to watch them either. And I had that feeling uploading them too, but I was willing to give it a shot. It didn't work out quite how I wanted, so I think I'm going to pull those and put, like, retro or pixel art games in the Monday slot. But I may also do something else. I also have this idea of putting like fractured space content there. Fractured space is like it's a capital class spaceship shooter MOBA style game that I dipped into in its early access stage, and it's quite good. My Rooks and Kings friends got me into World of Tanks, and say what you will about that game, I still play it periodically, and Fractured Space is just way more up my alley. I do love me some spaceships, and I like the gameplay. It reminds me a lot of Battlestar Galactica, the new one when it was good. It's fighting words, I'm sure. Tea. Anyway, I think that's going to be it. Again, apologize for the footage. By now, I've probably died a couple of times. I'm not watching it while recording this audio. I'm just talking at my desktop. I don't know that I could focus with moving images in front of me. Like, my brain's too scattered. I'm going off on a tangent, and that wouldn't serve anyone. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully I get over this soon and pick up right where I left off. Until next time, I'll talk at you. Thanks for watching, everyone.